Welcome back to the I'm Always Fucking Open podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. New day, new episode. Continuing the streak of posting every Wednesday. I know last video, I think, was posted on a Thursday. Had a little complications with my phone, so put it out a day later. But this video still got out before the game, too, so which is good. Welcome, everybody. First off, how you guys doing today? If you don't already, grab a little snack. Eat your snacks while you're enjoying the show. I'm going to eat my snack while making the show. I'm going to put this there for a second. All right. Shout out Grips. Sponsor me. All right. Week 4 preview or review for week 5 review, week 6 preview. So we're gonna start off with the games, give you my quick initial thoughts. Just to save some time, I'm just gonna go each team, what they did good, what they did bad, move on, stuff like that. So actually, before we get into that, I gotta pull my whiteboard up here for a second. This is my whiteboard of my notes. So we got the week 5. I went 7-7 on my game picks. I know I said that wouldn't happen again, but it did. Sorry. So talk about what happened, how this monstrosity of 7-7 happened, and we'll get right into it. So first game of the week, Chicago, Washington. So obviously we got blessed with that beautiful game. Actually wasn't a bad game, kinda. So Chicago won 40 to, I believe, 20 was the score. Chicago looked like the better team out there. Defensively, offensively. Justin Fields is clicking with DJ Moore now. I said I wasn't going too in depth. What they did right was getting the ball to DJ Moore, letting Justin Fields create plays, and getting it to his playmakers. What they did wrong was the offensive line. That offensive line really was just eating everybody alive. So if the Bears can fix their line, I'm not gonna say they're playoff team because it's I feel like it's too far from that now. They can make a good push. Washington, what they did right was in the trenches. They dominated that line. What they need to do more is put the ball in Terry McLaurin's hands. McLaurin did not have a great game, I believe, what I remember. He did not have a great game. They just need to give him the ball more. They need to stretch the field more. They're not really like all it really is run, quick slants, quick passes, stuff like they're not taking shots. I mean, Sam Howell has hit a few shots this year, but it's not consistent. Jacksonville versus Buffalo in London. Had Buffalo in this game. I had Washington in that last game. I got that wrong. But Buffalo and Jacksonville. What the Jacksonville Jaguars did right was offensively. Everything offensively, I feel like was great. Travis Etienne, banger. Calvin Ridley was eating, he's cooking all those DBs. Even what's his name? Zay Jones and Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, they all had great games too. So offensively, they did that right. What they did wrong was giving up too many big plays, 20 plus, 30 plus plays. They hit a few deep shots with Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis and stuff like that. They need to Watch the safeties need to not let everything go over their head. Buffalo, what they did right was hitting those big shots and was creating plays when they really needed it. What they did wrong, Josh Allen, he was trying to force stuff in too many times where he could have just taken a few yards. He would try to make something out of nothing when it was unnecessary. They couldn't stop the run. Travis Etienne, like I said, had a great game. So I had Buffalo in that game. I got that wrong. Tennessee versus Indy. I didn't watch this game. I think I saw maybe one or two clips of it. I had Indy in this game. Oh, I had Tennessee in this game. I got it wrong. What Tennessee did right, to be honest, I couldn't tell you. I didn't watch the game. But I do know what they did wrong is Derrick Henry. He's not the same running back anymore. Unfortunately, he's not playing fantastic. And then Indy, what they did right was the run game. Tennessee has a great defensive line, and the ability to get Zach Moss and a little bit of JT out of the backfield and getting those big plays. I feel like good job for them. I just dropped my thing. New Orleans versus New England. I had New England in this game. Boy, was I wrong. New Orleans, what they did right, basically everything. They contained Mac Jones. Offensively, they were going off. They had a pick six in that game, Tyrann Mathieu. What they did wrong was they should have scored more points. New England, what they did right. New England, what they did wrong was everything. So, yeah. Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. I had Baltimore in this game, but I feel like 90% of America did. They really shit the bed, huh? They blew a lead to the Steelers. Granted, divisional game. Anything can happen in divisional games. Whatever. But Lamar struggled a little bit. They just couldn't close it out. What they did right was getting Lamar to rush, stuff like that, making those plays. But what they did wrong was just the defense not being able to close the game. Lamar threw a pick in the end zone. That was a really that play though, that fade, that was a really bad ball. So, Pittsburgh, what they did right was not letting up. They were there the whole time. T.J. Watt and Joey Porter, everybody like that. They really stepped up. T.J. Watt he was everywhere. My God, that guy's crazy. And then what they did wrong was they just started slow. If they can start like that every single time, if they could start the way they ended every single time, they'll win them a lot more games. Houston versus Atlanta. I had Houston in this game. I believed in them. I still do believe in them. They are still a good team, but unfortunately, they just couldn't pull out the win. What they did right was just letting C.J. Stroud throw the ball, letting C.J. Stroud pick his targets. He's good enough, I feel like, now to really understand his progressions and read the field. What they did wrong, they couldn't stop Bijan. They let up in the end zone. They let up in the red zone too many times, and that inevitably ended them losing to Young Wei Koo. So, unfortunate for them. Atlanta, what they did right was, like I said, getting into the end zone and finishing in the red zone. What they did wrong was they really couldn't contain C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud was cooking. They let up a few plays to Dalton Schultz. They let up a few plays like the one to Dalton Schultz. So there's that. Carolina versus Detroit. At Detroit in this game, got it right. Carolina, what they did right. To be honest, I didn't watch this game. They really didn't do anything a lot right because they got blown out. What they did wrong, obviously the trick plays. It's gonna hurt. Sam Laporta had a great game. Detroit, what they did right was offensively. Jared Goff had 4 touchdowns. He was hitting everyone. Um, there was really nothing that the Panthers could do defensively to stop that. Detroit offense, the offense is too good. What they did wrong, I don't know. More turnovers. Actually, I think the Lions defense had a lot of turnovers. Giants and Dolphins. That was my lock of the week. I got it right. Granted, or not granted, but you can see why I'm wearing the jersey today. Um, New York, what they did wrong was they were just letting up the big plays. They had a few plays where like Devon A Chain he had that 70-yard touchdown. Tyreek Hill had that 69-yard touchdown. Tyreek Hill had that long catch and run after the screen, stuff like that. So what they did wrong, they gave up too many big plays. What they're doing right though, Daniel Jones he had a great connection with Darren Waller going on. It was fun to watch. I like Darren Waller when he was coming into the league. Oh, right, he not coming into the league when he got traded to New York. So that's good for him. Cincinnati versus Arizona. Had Arizona's game. I put my faith into Josh Dobbs because I had him on fantasy. Yeah, that didn't work. But Cincinnati, what they did right, Jamar Chase, 3 tutties, 180 yards, the best game of his career, arguably. Um, that was good by him. Joe Burrow was doing his stuff. What they did wrong, I don't really know. They had a few turnovers on Josh Dobbs. Get everybody more involved, not just Chase. Arizona, what they did right. Josh Dobbs was hitting a few plays. He didn't have the greatest game obviously, but he made a few plays. He was hitting people here and there. What they did wrong, it was just his decision making. He had a few turnovers, had a few plays where he could have hit somebody down the field more, but he was just trying to. Or no, he could have hit somebody for a few yards, but he was trying to extend the play. So there's that. Philly versus the Rams. I had Philly in this game, got it right. Philly had a great game. AJ Brown had a great game. Dallas Goedert. That was one thing that I was hoping that they would do more is get Dallas Goedert more involved. And then the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, they all got their stuff. They just couldn't stop the Eagles defense or offense. Jets, Broncos. This was a great game, like meme wise, because this was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers' revenge game or against Sean Payton because he talked about his offensive coordinator and stuff like that. So he's like, keep my coach's name out of your mouth, whatever. But it was just a meme game in general because we both know these teams are pretty garbage. So, the Jets. I had the Jets in this game. The only reason I picked the Jets is because they actually have a real defense. And Denver in general is just their whole team is just off. But the Jets have a defense over Denver. Kansas City versus Minnesota. It's good, bro. Kansas City versus Minnesota. I had Kansas City in this game. Got it right. JJ went down with a hamstring injury, but Travis Kelce also came out with a ankle injury. Minnesota, I think their hopes are gone. Just because JJ's going to be out for 4 games. Obviously, he's been their best player. What they were doing right, to be honest, nothing. That whole game was just the Vikings trying, but they couldn't do it. Like, they couldn't get anything going. Kansas City, they what's it called? They when they lost Kelsey, you can tell everything kind of went sideways. But they're one of the best teams at closing games, so it doesn't even matter. Dallas versus San Francisco. I had San Francisco in this game. I was super excited for this game, and it kind of did disappoint only because Dallas didn't do anything. But I had San Francisco. I knew San Francisco was going to be the better team in general, just because like they're just a good team overall. Um, I knew eventually Dallas's defense can't carry their team to wins every single time, so I figured that they would they would fall off because uh, Dak against that 49ers defense, there was no chance. Like there was no way that they were gonna win that game. And then Green Bay versus Vegas. I had Vegas in this game. Jordan Love made three mistakes in this game because he had three picks. But his first pick, I don't know why he threw that. To be honest, he he didn't really look before he threw it. The guy was literally just like, I don't know if he was playing spy or whatever, but it was so easy for him to get that pick. Second one, what was the second pick? I don't remember, to be honest, but um, Jordan Love made a few mistakes. He needs to focus more. Receivers need to start catching the ball too. That was the main thing I was going for was uh, receivers dropped a few passes to get those picks. Um, Vegas, they didn't really get Devontae Adams going until later into the game. Um, but he still had a decent game. Jacoby Myers stepped up when he needed to. Hunter Renfro, what is going on? Hunter Renfro, you need to start playing like a receiver, bro. He only has like 3 catches on the year and like 2 targets, 2 or 3 targets on the year, 2 catches on the year, whatever. Oh, but I don't know what happened. I thought his production was gonna go up a little bit more because they lost Darren Waller, but then obviously they got Jacoby Myers and stuff like that. But I just thought he'd be a bigger part of this offense. He obviously isn't. Josh Jacobs was having a really bad game. The Raiders could not get the run game going until like the fourth quarter. So there's that. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna grab my laptop and we'll continue this. So I'm gonna keep talking to you, but I'm gonna grab my laptop. So that's week 5. 7-7 on my game picks. It wasn't a great week for me, but we'll have those weeks. Like last week, I went 11-4 or 11-6 or whatever it was. We move. So, offensive player, defensive player of the week. I'm gonna do that before we jump into week 6. Offensive player of the week. I'm gonna go Jamar Chase. He had 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards. Let me look up his stat line quick. Just kidding. My laptop has no internet on it. Defensive player of the week. I'm going to go with Fred Warner. Fred Warner had a sack. He had a pick. He had a few tackles for loss. He had like 7 tackles total. Him, and then the next best middle linebacker in the league. Huge difference. Like, watching Fred Warner play is like watching the creator of a linebacker position play football. Like, he's too good at what he does. He's too consistent. Overall, Fred Warner's the GOAT. I'm just kidding. Still. Okay, let me head over to Google. Hopefully. Google NFL. Okay. So Jamar Chase had 15 receptions. I forgot about that. He tied the record for most receptions in a game with Brandon Marshall. 15, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. My God. It's a lot of touchdowns. All right. So, going into week 6. Tomorrow, we got Broncos Chiefs. I'm not going to say anything. Broncos, worst team in the AFC by far. Like, it's not even close. Hold on, let me look. Nope. I think it's the Broncos. Yeah, I think the Broncos is the worst team in the AFC. Chiefs, Super Bowl defending champions. They could probably drop 70 on them. I'm going to go Chiefs. I kind of want to put that as my loser pick, but it's primetime game. So anything can happen. Next game, we got Ravens-Titans. I'm going to go with the Ravens. This is going to be a great bounce-back game for Lamar. I think I heard OBJ is coming back. Granted, he's not like a huge upgrade to what they have now. He's just like that veteran guy that knows what to do, when to do it. So I'm going to go with the Ravens in this game. Oh, that's in London, too. Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens. Next, we got Panthers-Dolphins. I'm going to go Dolphins. Panthers are 0-5, I believe. Are they 0-5? Yeah. 0-5 versus 4-1. I'm gonna go with Miami here by a pretty decent margin. I'm gonna make that my lock again, just because. Saints Texans. I'm gonna go with the Texans. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans. Even though that Saints offense, they got Kamara back. Kamara's been playing pretty good. I think that D'Amico Ryans is going to really step up this defense against the Saints offense. Two South divisions and opposite things. I think I'm going to go with the Texans. Commanders Falcons. I'm going to go with the Falcons here. I think it's pretty easily. Commanders lost to the Bears. Falcons just beat, who was it? Houston. Who, I mean, like we said, Houston's not a terrible team. So I'm going to go with Atlanta here. Jacksonville versus Indy. This could be the game. Didn't they already play each other this year? Am I wrong? Yeah, they did. Okay. The first game of the year. First game of the year for the Jags. They won. So I'm going to go with the Jags again because one is at home. They didn't get a bye after the London games? That's ballsy. I'm still going to go with the Jags, but that's ballsy. Seahawks, Bengals. I don't want to pick the Bengals because I've picked them so many times this year, and they're just disappointed. They've just disappointed me. But I think I'm going to do it. No, just kidding. I'm going to do the Seahawks because the Seahawks corners, Traquan Williams, what? That was not a name. Traquan Woodland and Devon Witherspoon are ballers. I'm going to go Seahawks. Bears, Vikings. I don't know. Bears just won, but it was against Commanders. Vikings just lost, but it was against Chiefs. Bears played pretty good. Vikings lost JJ. I'm going to go Bears. Dub Bears. 49ers, Browns. This is going to be a great defensive battle. Both of these teams have great defenses. 49ers defense is obviously better. Brock Purdy hasn't lost. I'm going 49ers. Patriots, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, revenge game. I'm going the Raiders. Lions, Bucks. The Bucks just had a bye, right? Yep. I'm going to go with the Lions. Jared Goff, man. That guy. Super consistent. What a quarterback. What a quarterback he is. Lions. Cardinals, Rams. I'm going to go Rams. Cooper Kupp's back. That's it. Eagles, Jets. Eagles. Giants, Bills. Bills. Cowboys, Chargers. Prime time Monday Night Football. The Cowboys get a lot of primetime games because they're America's team. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be a good fight. This is gonna be a good game. Cowboys, their offensive line versus the Chargers' defensive line. So Zach Martin, Tyron Smith versus Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Sebastian Joseph Day, Kenneth Murray, Eric Kendricks, what's his name? Derwin James, Asante Samuel. And on the other side, DeMarcus Lawrence, Michael Parsons, Stephon Gilmore, Van Der Esch isn't playing, versus Rashawn Slater, Corey Linsley, Trey Pipkins, Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. I'm going Chargers. I really had to think about that. I'm going to go with the Chargers on Monday Night Football. So, put the laptop away. That's it for week 6. Quick news. Nothing really. There's not that much that happened. A few trades. We got Chase Claypool. The Dolphins traded for Chase Claypool. I think that was our. I don't really understand it, but I guess it's cool. We only gave up 6 for him, which is fine. A decent receiver for a 6th-round pick. We got our. He's gonna help us. Only really in like one way. With that being jump ball. We don't really have a jump ball receiver. I mean, Waddle has hops and he has the ability to jump ball, but he has a slight drop problem. And then Tyreek, he's not known for jump balls. He's only known for his speed and his route running and his ability to. Ooh, that almost just killed me. His ability to just outrun everybody. And then, yeah, so Chase Claypool for us, I mean, that's pretty cool. Van Jefferson got traded to the Atlanta Falcons for a 7th-round pick. I really like that trade for the Falcons. Pairing him with Drake London and Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson, that's really going to spread the field more. Van Jefferson's also like another jump ball receiver, tall guy. It's going to help that Atlanta offense. I believe both of those guys are playing today. And then we have some people going on IR. We had JJ, I already said about that, hamstring injury. Devon Achane with the Dolphins, unfortunately, goes down with, I believe it was a back. I don't actually, a knee or a foot or something like that. I don't know. He's on injury reserve, so he won't come back for a minute. I believe that's really it for the news. So, appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. Who wins each division? Not division, conference. Who each wins the conference to go to the Super Bowl this year? Put that in the comment section below. The TikTok questions, I posted those earlier, so if you all want to watch those, go to my TikTok. I'll link that in the description too. So yeah, I think that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. See y'all next time. Appreciate y'all for watching, and see ya.